Hey everybody, in this video we are going to cover how to do a front plank properly. I find a lot of trainers and a lot of businesses have put out the front plank and they put it into workouts, and people just don't understand how to do the plank properly because they've never been taught properly, because most people don't know how to do it, in my opinion. So I'm going to teach you how to do the front plank properly and to avoid any tension or pain in your lower back, which is where I'd say 30 to 50% of people have low back pain when they're doing the plank. And if that's the case, stop, right? I don't want you to have any low back pain as you go through this, nor should you ever have that when you're doing a plank, all right? If you're doing it properly, that should get rid of it unless you have some other issues and tightness that we need to deal with, okay? So, diving into the front plank. First step is I want you to go into the position that you think is the right position for the front plank. And all I want you to notice is the different amounts of tension and whereabouts they are in your body. So most people, right, will go into the forearms here, we'll step out, and we'll go into just our plank, right? And basic plank looks like this, and I just want you to feel whereabouts you feel the tension and how much you feel it. So just hold it 5 to 10 seconds and get an idea of where those areas are, if you have pain in any areas. And then I want you to take that and we're gonna compare it to the next plank that we go through, okay? So it's gonna be a 3-step process that I take people through, and basically there should be a big difference off of step 1, and then step 2 and 3 will just build on top of that even more. So let's go down to our stomach. And I get people down on your stomach because there's significant more core engagement and abdominal work that you can get out of the front plank by starting on the stomach, as opposed to being up here and then stepping out. You can't get the amount of engagement that I want you to get, okay? So, starting flat on the floor, elbows underneath, directly underneath the shoulders. First step from here is shoulders down away from the ears and creating that gap between the shoulders, because we don't want to emphasize and support this posture that we're in every single day when we're behind the computer or driving. So, shoulders down, feet together, and this will be important for step 2. After you've learned how to do the plank, you don't necessarily need the feet together all the time, but it's a great way for beginners to learn how to do the plank properly and get the right engagement. So I start with feet together, and essentially what I get people to do is I want you to think as if I'm about to punch you into the stomach, so you want to tighten your stomach before you do any movement whatsoever. So squeeze that stomach. Don't think so much about pulling the belly button to the spine. I find that actually makes most people weaker. I just want you to think, imagine you're about to get hit in the stomach, so you tighten that stomach and brace yourself before that punch comes, all right? So tighten that stomach, and now imagine there's a rope wrapped around your waist, and I'm gonna slowly pull that rope up. So I don't want you popping up like this. You won't get the engagement, okay? So just follow me step by step here. First, elbows underneath the shoulders, shoulders down away from the ears. You're gonna tighten that stomach really tight, like you're about to get punched, and then slowly raise up to that top position there and squeeze that there nice and tight. Your head should be in line with your body. We don't want it down or up. You want to keep that neck in line with the body, and then relax. So you should have noticed, and if not, pause this video and do it again. You should have noticed a big difference in the activation of your core muscles, your abdominis, your six-pack, essentially. Those muscles should have been highly engaged during that one, and then is compared to the first one, okay? If not, again, pause it, redo it, and then come back to this video for step 2. So step 2 now is to be in the exact same position. We're gonna do everything that we did, but now we're gonna incorporate the lower body a little bit more. So again, same position, elbows underneath the shoulders, shoulders down. You're gonna tighten the stomach, and now with your feet together, I want you to squeeze your heels together as much as you can. So that's gonna get your butt tight. So you're gonna squeeze your heels, lift the knees off the ground, squeeze the quads. I want you to physically squeeze the butt as well. Tighten that stomach, slowly pull up, okay, head in line, and I want you to squeeze. Continue squeezing, squeeze the heels together, squeeze your quads, your thighs, your butt, and I want you to squeeze those muscles as hard as you can. And now, relax. Okay, if you don't quite have the strength to come up onto the toes, you can also just do the same thing. Tighten the stomach, tighten the butt, squeeze your heels together still, and then just bridge up on your knees, and you can do it there as well, okay? So doing it that way, obviously there should have been a lot more tension on that one. Now, step number 3 is to add in the upper body. And so basically the upper body you're not going to move in the upper body, but you're going to think about taking your arms and pulling them, your elbows down towards your toes. Okay, and that's going to engage your arms, it's going to engage your lats, your chest, and it's going to cinch everything in really tight together. So now we're going to blend all of this together. Okay, so elbows underneath the shoulders, shoulders down, feet together, squeeze those heels together, squeeze the quads, squeeze your butt, tighten the stomach, slowly raise up, and then at the top there, take the elbows, pull the elbows down towards your toes, pull the toes to the elbows, squeezing every single muscle in your body as tight as you can, as tight as you can, and then relax. And that is how I teach the plank. And because there's so much more engagement, we're teaching the body how to bring all the muscles of the body and have them work together, right? A lot of the time, the bodybuilding era has taught us we should just be working one muscle at a time, and then the muscles don't understand, or your joints of your body don't understand how to work all together, okay? So that's one step. The other thing is I want you to give you this analogy. Take a single branch, one single thin branch. That branch by itself is very easy to break. But if you surround that branch with 20, 30, 40 more branches, you can't break that. It is an extremely supported, strong structure when you have 30, 40, 50 branches surrounding that single branch. And so I want you to think about the plank in the exact same way. Your spine is that single branch. And if you go into the plank without activating the other areas of the body, then you are going to set yourself up for some injury down the road. Okay, it may not be right away, but repeated intervals of doing that plank over and over and over again and other activities will create more impact and more strain and stress and tension on the back. If you get all the other muscles in your body working, again, the arms, the chest, the back, the lats, the stomach, the quads, the butt, everything involved, it's like wrapping that spine with that 30, 40, 50 plus muscles all working together to support that back and keep everything super strong and stable. Okay, so that should be a maximum. Typically you'll hold that style of plank. You can hold maximum tension for approximately 10 seconds. So that's what we do. We'll hold it for 10 seconds, we'll rest for 10 seconds, and then we'll repeat 10 on, 10 off, 10 on, 10 off. That plank, no matter your fitness level, should be extremely hard. If you've been exercising all your life and are super strong, super fit, that plank should be just as hard for you as someone that's brand new to exercise if you're both doing it properly, all right? Because you're both squeezing, contracting at maximal contraction, maximal tension, giving everything you got. Make sure as you go through that, you're breathing, okay? A lot of people have a tendency to hold their breath. We want to small, shallow breaths as we're going through that. And really just repeated, a more fit person is just gonna recover faster, and they're gonna be able to do more reps of the 10 on, 10 off than someone unfit, okay? You can just do less time in the up position or do fewer reps of that plank to be able to build yourself up. And that, my friends, is the front plank and the way to do it safe and properly, and the way that will get you stronger as well, keeping you injury free.